would still remember where you stood, tracing patterns in the dust and aged oak wood. We didn't need the neon or the noise, just the steady shaking rhythm of your voice. Now the silence is a weight I cannot bear, like the ghost of every breath you left in the air. We built a world where no one else could go, a secret garden buried in the snow. Because we loved in quiet places, out of sight in the soft gray shadows of a Tuesday night. No hollow promises or crowds to see, just the way you leaned your heavy heart on me. Now the world's too loud and the colors are too bright, since we lost our quiet places to the light. I passed the booth where we would sit for hours before the thorns had overtaken all the flowers. You used to whisper secrets in my palm, a private storm inside a perfect calm. Now I'm shouting just to hear a faint reply from a version of us that didn't have to die. The loudest scream is the one that makes no sound, like a kingdom crumbling slowly to the ground. We were a masterpiece, painted in the dark, a tiny flame that never needed a spark. But we loved in quiet places, out of sight in the soft gray shadows of a Tuesday night. No hollow promises or crowds to see, just the way you leaned your heavy heart on me. Now the world's too loud and the colors are too bright, since we lost our quiet places to the light. So I'll stay here in the hush, in the memory of your touch, where it's still just you and me, in the way it used to be. In the quiet, just the quiet. It wasn't the anniversaries or the diamonds on the glass. It was the way you'd hold the door to let the morning pass, the way you'd stir your sugar with a slow and steady hand, a language only we were ever meant to understand. It was the laundry on the radiator, the steam upon the pane, the quiet way you'd find my hand during the summer rain. Not a chapter in a textbook or a headline in the news, just the gentle, holy rhythm of the life we didn't choose. I'm looking for the footnote, I'm looking for the spark in the margins of the day before the world got dark. It's the ink between the letters, the breath between the beats, the ghost of something beautiful in the middle of these sheets. Oh, it was a love written between moments, wasn't it? In the flicker of the candle before the flame was quit. It was in the how was your day and the get home safe, in the tiny hidden corners where a heart finds its fate. say while I was waiting for the light, adjusting for a shadow that was always on my right. I realized I still listen for your keys against the tray. 1,000 little habits that just won't go away. You're in the way, I stack the plates, the way I fold the towels, in the quiet of the kitchen, in the garden's lonely house. We didn't build a monument of marble or of stone, just a house of tiny gestures that I'm living in alone. They say you lose the big things, the laughter and the names, but it's the microscopic pieces that set the soul in flames. The way you tilt the mirror, the way you clear your throat, the love you scribble quickly on a tattered grocery note. Yeah, it was a love written between moments, wasn't it? In the flicker of the candle before the flame was quit. It was in the how was your day, in the get home safe, in the tiny hidden corners where our heart finds its faith. We didn't need the grand finale or the spotlight on the stage. We were the ink that bled through every single page. Now I'm reading through the empty space and looking for a sign of a love written between moments, and none of them mine, and none of them are mine. Between the ticks of the clock, between the rise and the fall, it was the smallest things that ended up being the most of all. Now there's just a space where the moments used to be. You and me, whisper. I'm still reading. I took the pictures down and tucked them in a drawer. I rearranged the sofa and I scrubbed the kitchen floor. I changed my morning coffee and I bought a different brand, trying to erase the way you used to hold my hand. But when the city quietens and the traffic starts to fade, I find myself back in the mess that you and I have made. I can't seem to drop the weight of what we used to be. It's like a heavy anchor at the bottom of the sea. I've let go of your sweater and I've let go of your key. I've let go of the version of the man I used to be. But there's one thing that is frozen, one thing I can't release, a jagged little souvenir that won't give me any peace. 'Cause I'm still holding your name like a prayer in the dark, a flicker of a memory, a dying little spark. I won't say it out loud, I just keep it on my tongue, like the last remaining note of a song we should have sung. The world tells me to move, the world tells me to fly, but I'm tethered to the syllables of a beautiful goodbye. part of us that I still get to keep. Just a little bit longer. Goodbye. Thought we were jumping together, hand in hand, over the ledge of the life that we had planned. I felt the rush of the wind and the pull of the blue, counting on gravity to bring me down with you. But I hit the bottom alone on the jagged stone, while you're still standing up there on the throne. You never left the safety of the solid ground, while I'm the only one who's lost and never found. I'm looking up at the silhouette I used to know, wondering when you decided to let me go. You're a statue in the garden, frozen and dry, while I'm the rain that's falling from a broken sky. Oh, I fell where you stayed. You kept your balance, you kept your heartbeat slow, while I let the everything, the anything go. I'm the wreckage in the valley, the debt that's unpaid, 'cause I fell where you stayed. You're still drinking coffee from the same chip mug, living a life that's comfortable and snug. Your world is level, your horizon is straight, while I'm still reeling from the heavy hand of fate. I was the only one who actually meant the all, the only one who risked the terror of the fall. Now I'm bruising the places where I used to be soft, while you're still holding your maybe alive. They say the one who loves less is the there. You're safe, but you're so incredibly alone. And I'm just a pile of broken bones. I fell, and you just watched. You stayed where you stayed. We never needed the thunder of a grand design. No silver-tongued promises or a jagged line. We lived in the spaces that the words couldn't fill, in the tilt of a head, in the air when it's still. I could read your arrival in the way you lean in, like a book I had memorized under my skin. A slight shift of weight, a soft focused stare. We said everything when there was nothing there. But now I'm a stranger to the dialect of grace, searching for a signal in a cold and empty space. The dictionary's full, but the meaning is gone, since the light in your eyes didn't make it to dawn. Oh, it was a love that spoke in glances. Wasn't it a quiet little fire that was perfectly lit? We didn't need the shouting or the vows in the rain, just a look across the table that could settle the pain. Now I'm drowning in a silence that I can't understand, holding on to shadows of a ghost heavy hand. I'm lost in the translation of a life we outgrew, looking for the glances that sounded like you. I see you in the crowd and my heart starts to reach for the flicker of a shorthand that no one can teach. A crinkle of the eye or a brow pulled tight, the way you'd forgive me in the middle of the night. But your gaze is a window with the shutters pulled down. I'm just another face in a loud hollow town. You're looking right through me like I'm made of glass, watching the ghosts of our almost past. I'd give all the poems and the songs ever penned for one secret look that would make this all mend. A blink that says stay, a flash that says home, instead of this desert where I'm forced to roam. The loudest heartbreak is the one that is seen in the flickering dark of the space in between. Yeah, it was a love that spoke in glances. Wasn't it a quiet little fire that was perfectly lit? We didn't need the shouting or the vows in the rain, just a look across the table that could settle the pain. Now I'm drowning in a silence that I can't understand, holding on to shadows of a ghost heavy hand. I'm lost in the trance